Hello viewers and dear students, in this video I'll start with the next topic of chapter 3, which is types of sets. Here I'll also solve the questions from the Check Your Progress section on types of sets, which is based on the student support material uploaded by CBSE. Now first we will see different types of sets. The first one is called singleton set. A set consisting of a single element is called a singleton set. So if a set has got only one element, say for example, if the set has got only one element, then the set is called a singleton set. Then the next type is empty set. A set which does not contain any element is called the empty set or null set or the void set, and it is denoted by the symbol phi or empty set. That is, it is denoted by the curly braces with no elements inside. Now that set is called an empty set. The next type of set is finite set. A set which is either a null set or whose elements can be numbered from 1 to n for some positive integer n is called a finite set. If we want to find the number of elements in the finite set, it is denoted by the symbol n of a, and this n, it is called the cardinal number or order of the finite set. And then the next one is, if we have two sets A and B, then if every element of A is an element of B also, then A is called a subset of A and A is written as A subset of B. So this is the symbol for subset. Say for example, if A is equal to say 1, 2 and if B is equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4, then we call the set A is a subset of B, since every element of A is an element of B. So A is a subset of B. The next set, it is called power set. Let A be a set, then the set of all subsets of A is called the power set of A and is denoted by P of A. If we take A is equal to 1, 2, then the power set of A, P of A, it is given by all the subsets of A. So the null set, it is a subset of A. Then the set consisting of element 1, it is a subset of A. Then the set consisting of element 2, then the set itself. So all these elements are given in the power set of A. So if A has got say n elements, then the power set of A, it will have 2 raised to n elements. If A has n elements, then the number of elements in the power set of A will be 2 raised to n. Say for example, here A has got 1, 2 elements and power set of A has got 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So the number of elements in the power set of A is given by, it is 2 raised to n. Then the next one is universal set. A set that contains all the objects or elements in a given context is called the universal set and is denoted by U. Now say for example, if we have the set A, the set of odd natural numbers, and the set B, the set of even natural numbers, then the set U, the universal set, is the set of natural numbers. So it is a set that contains all the objects or elements in a given context. Now we will see intervals as subset of the set of real numbers R. An interval is a set of real numbers between a given pair of real numbers, excluding or including one or both these real numbers. So we have here, based on the definition, different types of intervals. The first interval is called closed interval. In closed interval, it is denoted by square brackets. And if we have closed interval a comma b, It includes all those points from A to B, including A and B. So it is given by set of all x such that x belongs to R, A less than or equal to x, less than or equal to B. So it will include both A and B. Then such an interval is called closed interval. Then the next type of interval is semi-open closed interval. Here the interval is closed at one end and it is open at the other end. Say for example, set of all x such that x belongs to R and A less than or equal to x less than B. Here we can see that A is included in the interval but B is not included in the interval. This is represented by closed A, open B. Then the next type is set of all x such that x belongs to R, A less than x less than or equal to B. Here it includes all those points from A to B, including B but excluding A. The point A is not included here. So this is represented by open A, closed B. So this is the semi-open closed interval. The next type of interval is the open interval. So here open interval A comma B, it is nothing but set of all x such that x belongs to R, A less than x less than B. That is, it includes all those points from A to B without including both A and B. So this is represented by the ordinary brackets. Then the next one we have open interval A comma infinity. Description is set of all x such that x belongs to R and x greater than A. So it includes all those points from A but excluding A. The point A is not included. Then the next kind of interval is open interval minus infinity comma B. So it is given by set of all x such that x belongs to R, x less than B. So it includes all those points which are before B without including B. The point B is not included but includes all those points before B. Say for example, we have minus infinity here and infinity here, minus infinity here and infinity here. And the next type of interval, it is closed A, open infinity. This is closed A and open infinity. Here it is given by set of all x such that x belongs to R and x greater than or equal to A. It includes all those points from A to infinity, including the point A. The next interval is minus infinity closed B. Again here it includes all those points from minus infinity to B, including B. Then we have open interval minus infinity comma infinity. It is the set of real numbers. So it includes all those points from minus infinity to plus infinity. That is the set of real numbers. Now we'll start with the check your progress 3.2. Which of the following sets are finite and which are infinite? In case of finite sets, write its cardinality. So I will use the letter F for finite and I for infinite. The first one, set of all x such that x is a natural number less than 100. Here we can see that this is finite because the natural number less than 100, the set include 1, 2, 3 till 99. So this is finite and the cardinality is given by the number of elements in this set. So the number of elements in this set is 99. So the cardinality is 99. The next one, set of all prime numbers. The set of all prime numbers, this is infinite. Then the next one, the set of days of the week. We know the set of days of the week, there are only 7 days in a week. So it is finite and the cardinality is given by number of elements in this set, which is 7. Then set of all x such that x is equal to n square, where n is a natural number. So here n varies from 1 to infinity, so this set is infinite. Then the set of all lines in a plane which is parallel to the line 2y is equal to 3x plus 7. So the set of all lines which are parallel to the line 2y is equal to 3x plus 7, there will be infinite lines having slope equal to 3 by 2. So this set is infinite. Then the next one, set of all x such that x is a real number and 0 less than x less than 1. So here it is given x is a real number. So there are infinite number of points from 0 to 1. If we take the number line, real number line, there are infinite number of points from 0 to 1. So this is also infinite. The next question, which of the following sets are empty and which are singleton sets? So I will use the symbol 5 for empty set and S for singleton set. First one, set of all x such that x is an even prime number. So the only even prime number is 2. So there is only one element. So this is a singleton set. The next one, set of all x such that x is a natural number and minus 1 less than x less than 1. So here it is given x is a natural number. A natural number starts from 1, but here it is given minus 1 less than x less than 1. So this is an empty set. There is no element which satisfies this condition. The next one, set of all x such that x is an integer and minus 1 less than x less than 1. So integer consists of minus infinity up to etc., then minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 up to etc. till infinity. So here x is an integer and minus 1 less than x less than 1 means it consists of the element 0 alone. So it is a singleton set. That is, there is only one element in this set. The next one, set of all x such that x is a vowel in the word I. The only vowel in this word I is E. So it is a set with only one element. So it is a singleton set. The next one, set of all x such that x plus 10 equal to 0. X belongs to n. So it is given x is a natural number. So natural number starts from 1, 2, 3 up to etc. Here if we solve this equation, we get x is equal to minus 10. So this is a null set, which is not, here minus 10 is not a natural number. Next question, which of the following pairs of sets are equal? Give reasons. First one, a is equal to minus 2 comma 3, b is equal to x is a solution of x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if we want to solve this equation, x square minus x minus 6, it is x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0, or x into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3 is 0, x plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0, or this implies x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 3. So here we get b equal to minus 2 comma 3. So here we can see that this implies every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is an element of A. So we have A equal to B. So since we are asked to give reasons as to why is A equal to B, so if every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is an element of A, then A equal to B. The next one, A is equal to set of all x such that x is a letter of the word follow, B is equal to set of all y such that y is a letter of the word wolf. So here A is equal to set of all x such that X is a letter of the word follow. So here the set A is F, O, L and W. The set B is W, O, L and F. Here again we can see that every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is an element of A. Therefore, A equal to B. Then the third subdivision, A is equal to set of all X such that X is a letter of the word asset. B is equal to set of all Y such that Y is a letter of the word east. So here the set A in the roster form, it consists of the elements A, S, E and T. And the set B consists of the elements E, A, S and T. So from these two sets we can see that every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is an element of A. So this implies A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Therefore, A equal to B. The fourth subdivision, A equal to -1, 1, B equal to set of all X such that X is a real number satisfying the equation X square plus 1 equal to 0. So here B is equal to set of all X such that X is a real number. So here if we solve this equation, we will get X square equal to -1 or X is equal to plus or minus I, which are complex numbers. So X is not a real number for this equation. So B is the null set. So here we can see that here -1 belongs to A. Since -1 belongs to A, but -1 does not belong to B. So this implies A is not a subset of B. So A is not equal to B. Then the fifth subdivision, A is equal to 1, 4, 9. B is equal to set of all X such that X is equal to n square, where n is a natural number less than 5. Here n is a natural number less than 5 means n includes 1, 2, 3 and 4. So B is the set 1, 1 square is 1, then 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. Because here it is given n takes the values 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for 1, 2, 3 and 4, the square of each is 1, 4, 9 and 16. Here we can see that 16 is an element of B, whereas 16 is not in A. Since 16 belongs to B and 16 does not belong to A, this implies A is not equal to B. So these are the reasons why the two sets are either equal or not equal in the last two cases. Next question, let A is equal to 1, 2, set 3, 4, 5. Put the correct symbol in each of the following. So here we have to use the correct symbol, either belongs to, does not belong to, or subset of A or not a subset of A. We have to use any of these symbols in these. The first one is the set 3, 4. Here the set 3, 4 is an element in A. So the set 3, 4 belongs to A. Then the next one, the singleton set 1. It is a subset of A. So this is a subset of A. So the singleton set 3, it does not belong to A. So we can write it does not belong to A. Then the next one, the set 3, 4. So this is a subset of A. The set alone 3, 4, it is an element of A. This set as such, considering it as one element, That is a subset of A. The next one is the set 1, 3. The set 1, 3, it does not belong to A. Then the next one is the set 1, 5. It is a subset of A. Then every null set is a subset of the given set. So this is also a subset of A. Next one, write the following in set builder form. So it is open 1, 3. So this is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to R, 1 less than x less than 3. Both 1 and 3 are not included. Then the next one, closed interval -1, 3. So this is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to R, -1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. So this interval consists of all those points from -1 to 3, including -1 and 3. Here it is open -4, closed 0. So this is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to R, -4 less than x less than or equal to 0. So here it is open. So -4 is not included, but here it is closed, 0 is included. Then the next one, closed -1, open 1. So it is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to R, -1 less than or equal to x less than 1. The next one, closed 0, open infinity. So in this interval, 0 is included, infinity is not included. So this is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to R, 0 less than or equal to x less than infinity. Next one, let A is equal to 5. Find P of A. So if A is equal to 5, first we have to find the power of A, and then we have to find the power of that set. So already A is an empty set. So power of A, it will be the set 5 alone. Then power of A, it includes the empty set and the set with no elements. So power of A will be 5 and the set 5. Next one, find the number of subsets of the set B is equal to A, B, C and D. Now we know the number of elements in the power of B, it is given by, it is 2 raised to the number of elements in B. So it is 2 raised to 4, or it is equal to 16. So the number of subsets of the set B is 2 raised to the number of elements in B. Here the number of elements in B is 4. So it is 2 raised to 4, 16. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching.